It seems like this is kind of working towards ahead. The issue is
Oh,
working.
look, I hope so. Like, I just look at the survey that Netball New Zealand put out, and they said that that was going to be an anonymous survey that was just going to go out to members who were on their newsletter database, right? But it has been spread everywhere by multiple groups. And so the information they're going to get back is not going to be worth them even looking at because it's no longer netball players. It's like, can imagine the LGBTQI plus groups have been, getting all their supporters to fill it in. I know Family First have shared it as well, and highlighted my concerns to Netball New Zealand about their process already because it's just so flawed. And whether they're just doing this because they feel like they need to be seen to be doing the right thing and to doing this consulting, I don't know. But it's going to be very interesting to see the decision they eventually make.
Well, it's interesting, again, going through this survey that some of you have to answer them to be able to continue on. Others are optional. Oh, this one's optional. What concerns, if any, do you have about transgender inclusion in netball? That's an optional one. That is the most crucial question of the lot, and it's optional.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating. But hey, Paul, do you know what would sort this all out once and for all?
Well,
That would be if the national government, National New Zealand First Act government, if they actually enacted New Zealand First policy, like in the coalition agreement, to ensure that publicly funded sporting bodies support fair competition that wasn't compromised by gender. It would put this all to bed because it would mean that the sports would have to fall into line and follow their international federations and protect fairness for females in sport. That's the only thing that has to be done. So next time you got Winston on, hold him up for
well,
this.
I've talked about this with Winston before, and he's pretty firm on it.
So why
But
isn't it happening? It's still not happening.
maybe the others are dragging their feet. I
Well, it's
mean,
up to Winston to make sure that his coalition agreement is enforced. So it needs to be enforced. And
I
so
mean,
we're not there yet.
David Seymour was on with me a while back, insisting that drag queen story time was like Dame Edna. That's who you're
Oh,
dealing with, you see?
he frustrates me immensely because, like, when we do our polling, it's ACT voters that are the most opposed to this nonsense. In fact, there wasn't one ACT voter in our recent polling that was in support. There was 90% opposed and 10% who didn't know. So David isn't representing the concerns of his voting
But
base.
how could you get it so wrong?